wow, it's amazing.
I really get to meet a lot of other kids that are just as interested in science as I am.
When I look out at you here today, I wonder, are the seeds of the next Facebook, Apple, and Intel in the room? Are any of you interested in changing the world?
One of the best things that ever happened to me in my life.
What would the world be without science?
Science is truly international.
The Intel International Science and Engineering Fair, a program of Society for Science and the Public, also known as the Intel ISEF, is the world's largest international pre-college science competition. Intel ISEF brings together more than 1,600 high school students from 70 countries, regions, and territories, and is the premier global science competition for students in grades 9 through 12.
It's really an experience that you can't get anywhere else, and this science fair really provides that experience.
I think that it made me a much better person, a more experienced, mature person that approaches work differently.
For millions of students worldwide, the journey to Intel ISEF begins by competing in local and school-sponsored science fairs. Winners go on to participate in Intel ISEF-affiliated regional and state fairs, with the best of the best winning the opportunity to compete as finalists at the Intel ISEF. Projects that move on to compete in Intel ISEF aren't the average science fair projects. Oftentimes, the work reflected rivals graduate student-level research.
It's hard to explain because it's hard to believe the level of science that these students at the age that they are have undertaken. But I've heard it typically characterized as very serious independent research.
ISEF was founded in 1950 as the National Science Fair by Society for Science and the Public, also known as SSP. SSP is a nonprofit membership organization dedicated to public engagement in scientific research and education. Its vision is to promote the understanding and appreciation of science and the vital role it plays in human advancement, to inform, educate, and inspire.
To try to broaden the appreciation for science and for what young people can do in science. And these fairs give students an opportunity to really experience science that's their own, if they can take ownership of it. And that's just so valuable to them.
Since 1997, SSP has partnered with Intel, and we are pleased that this partnership will continue for years to come, as Intel has committed as the title sponsor of the program through 2019.
Get your luggage.
As one might expect, the needs of the Intel ISEF demand an exceptional community effort. The success of the fair would not be possible without support of sponsorships and volunteers. These volunteers come in many forms, including judges, interpreters, and general volunteer staff that are recruited each year from the local area.
Nick. There you go, Nick.
For over 60 years, each host city has generated volunteer support and excitement around this global event, with average participation from over 70 corporations, organizations, and educational institutions annually. The impact that Intel ISEF has is very strong community-wide in the host city, with education outreach to local schools and organizations.
When Intel ISEF comes to your city, it brings a wealth of science talent with it, and students are able to come on a public day and interview with those students and really understand what those students are working on and see that science can be fun, it can be interesting, and that can help the community foster the interest in science and math with their young kids.
Intel ISEF's volunteer judges are vital to the fair, with an estimated 1,200 judges required each year.
Students will invariably tell you that the most important aspect of having participated in the Intel ISEF is the opportunity to be judged by PhD-level judges. And these are students, whether or not they've won money in the competition, they've invariably said that they've rarely had an opportunity to talk about their science with somebody who understands it as deeply as the judges do. So I think it's fair to say that judging is the single most important aspect to the competition.
If you go down on the exhibit floor and just start talking to kids, you realize that the passion is there, and that's a kind of a very gives you a warm feeling because you know it's important for society, and the fact that they've gotten to this point where they really feel passion for doing experiments and science and understanding it all. I think that's a great thing. But just being involved in this thing in any way, I think it's an uplifting feeling.
There's many ways to look at judging a science fair. The best part of it, though, is just the kids.
And I've learned probably more from the kids than the kids have learned from me.
It's fun and exciting and interesting and gratifying, and it's a great way to spend the day.
We seek judges with a PhD level within their field, or at least 6 years of professional scientific experience. Each judge serves Tuesday evening and all day Wednesday in May during the week of Intel ICEF. An orientation and thorough training on how to judge the science fair projects is also provided for volunteer judges. Judges are asked to judge projects in one of 17 scientific and engineering disciplines: animal sciences, behavioral and social sciences, biochemistry, cellular and molecular biology, chemistry, computer science, earth and planetary science, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, materials engineering, bioengineering, energy and transportation, environmental management, environmental sciences, mathematical sciences, medicine and health sciences, microbiology, physics and astronomy, and plant sciences. We also look forward to working with each of the 3 Intel ICEF host cities chosen for rotation through 2019 as they generate the volunteers and sponsorship so essential to this program.
Having come just once, you're hooked for life because it's a very exciting experience.
For more information on how you can be a part of this unique event, please visit our website, www.societyforscience.org/ICEF.